Hey, it's been a long time since I did any videos for you, so I thought I'd do one today, give you guys an update on how the garden's doing. It's been quite beautiful. I've had a very busy year. I had no camera, no computer for a while, so wasn't able to do a video. And I also met the girl of my dreams and got married, so I'll have to introduce you to my wife as well someday. And for now, I'm going to show you around the garden again. Well, these are the existing plants that you guys have seen before. Down here I have my peonies. They're coming along nicely, starting to get a few blossoms. They haven't blossomed yet, but they're just building the blooms. My bleeding hearts, this is the best year yet. And as you can see, the moment they're drowning out the rhubarb even. The rhubarb is coming along nicely. I broke up the roots this year, and I planted 4 different rhubarb starts in the yard as well. I will show you them later. These are some of the onions that are coming from last year. In here I have 4 different varieties of peppers, some hot, some sweet. I have 2 tomato plants planted there, 1 more in the basement I have to do yet, plus some starts that I have started late of some special heirloom varieties. The chives that I planted in the last couple of years are starting to come to maturity, these ones here. And as you can see, the ones that I've had previously are doing quite well. I don't know, can you break up the root mass on these or not? I might try. Or if anyone knows, please let me know. The lilies are coming up nicely again. And in fact, I didn't notice till now, flowers. So they're coming along quite nicely. There's some of the Johnny Jump Ups again, or the pansies. We get quite a few of them here. In this bed here I have planted some different varying types of herbs, cilantro and things like that. Down here I have a little tree that has started, and as you can see it's got a little companion with it, another little daisy. Under here I had another tree. I don't know if it's going to make it. Some insects started eating the leaves off it, but this is just a sprout that came up in the yard, so if nothing comes of it, it's no loss. The apple tree is blooming beautifully. I cut it back quite hard this winter. My dad always told me the best time of year to do it here in Alberta is in the winter on a good Chinook day when the warm winds are blowing over the mountains and the tree sap isn't flowing in the tree yet, but it's warm enough to be outside, and then the winter actually helps freeze dry the ends where you've cut so that it doesn't bleed out on you in the spring and you don't have to tar it, although you can if you like. Down in my herb bed here I have many new herbs starting. I planted a bunch. I did overseed dill again just to help counter the weeds. As you can see, I've got some mint coming up there, and another little guy just starting there. The mints come up a little late. I always forget what this flower is called. I've got quite a few of them. I really enjoy them. The French tarragon is coming up beautifully. I'd like to take some root cuttings off it and try to spread it more. I need to look more into that. The hen and chicks is doing quite well. I fight a never-ending battle against quackgrass, it seems, but if I can keep up with it, I'm robbing it of photosynthesis, and eventually I should get it. I hope. The mother of thyme, it survives the winter very well. It's practically an evergreen from what I've heard. And so this year it's coming up quite nicely, and we'll have a beautiful little crop of thyme. I'm hoping to have enough herbs and spices this year, and as well as vegetables, to be able to sell at farmers markets. We will try and see. The turtles survived the winter as well. Over here we purchased this rose this year and planted it. It was my wife's choice, and as you can see it's quite a beautiful rose. In this bed here I have my spinach going again, and it's slow starting this year, but there are a couple little starts trying to come up. Natural ivy's coming up again. It's practically a weed, but I do like it growing the shed. My wife has also planted several sweet peas, and they're just starting to come up now. And hopefully we'll have a very beautiful little bed here in a couple months. I planted a cherry tree this year. It is an Evans cherry, which is supposed to do quite well in our colder climate. And I tried one once before and put it in too wet of a spot, and so it didn't survive. So I'm hoping this year it will do, this one will do well, and maybe we'll get some cherries. I would be quite excited by that. I did an experiment this year in the garden. As you can see over in the corner here, I lost several of my strawberry plants in the last couple of years just to being dry, and I wasn't around to keep them watered. So this year I'm hoping the 2 survivors I can spread out. In this half of the garden that we're looking at now, the border is temporary, I've got to fix it. But what I did is I sheet mulched using cardboard, brown cardboard with no plastic or printing on it. And over that I put compost. I think it was about 15 or 20 wheelbarrows of compost I hauled in this year. And then over top of that, grass clippings. In this bed I planted some mixed crops. For the first time I'm trying companion planting. There are sprouts coming up. We'll see how over or underseeded it is and what comes up as it does. I will keep you informed on that one. I have some cucumbers planted in along the path here, and I'm trying to remember what I planted in this side, but I don't. Along here I have 2 of the rhubarb that I transplanted. They're a little weak right now, but they should come around, I hope. And then I planted ruby red. This is ruby red rhubarb. I also planted ruby red Swiss chard in here. I got a few volunteer onions. Along the back side there's regular Swiss chard. And then along here I have potatoes in these hills. This whole side of the garden is basically potatoes and 64 hills. And as they grow I will continue to hill them up. Along the far side I planted black popcorn for the first time. I'm going to try it this year. We will see how it goes, if we get any sprouts or what happens. I probably need to water again, but we've had quite a moist year, so I'm just keeping an eye so I don't overwater and drown things. As you can see, the compost hothouse is just about empty. It was full and actually heaped about 2 feet higher than ground level. I have lost track of how much compost out of here this year, and so it's time to build up some more. I've got my little flower bed here still. It's doing quite well. I'm very happy to see that. I'm just kind of letting it go this year, see what comes up, and I might plant some additional bedding plants in there. Down here, another rhubarb that I transplanted from the root cuttings, and then I also in this bed have planted let's see, spaghetti squash. I have 2 tree starts coming up in this bed as well that I'm trying to nurture, and then along here I planted peas to hopefully grow up the hedge, some more companion planting, and the raspberries.